Hey guys, welcome back to Doc Loyal Talks Comics, and we've got another anticipated video for you today. So this is for books coming out 8/12/2026. So again, I'm not reading the book, but Absolute Batman number 23 comes out this week. Let's see what they have to say about that book, see what's going on there. It's Batman versus Batman. In a climactic showdown, Batman is forced to battle an unyielding enemy, and not just the Robins, but inside himself. More than one dead character signals a call for help and a symbol of hopelessness as more friends become enemies. So, who's the creative team on this? We have, after 4,000 different variant covers, apparently, this is the Straw Man Part 5, and we have Scott Snyder still writing the title. Nick Dragotta is the artist, and colorist is Frank Martin. So if you are following along with Absolute Batman, and like I said, we have 1,000 different covers here. I do kind of like this stained glass cover that you've got. I'm not going to click on it because it'll take me to a different page, but that one's pretty cool. And what's this other one over here, this gold foil variant where we've got Batman trapped inside of a skull? That's pretty cool as well. So, alright, that's the first book that you guys will probably be picking up. I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't for me. So let's go back over here and see what is next up. Let's see. What else do we have? We still have Transformers ongoing for the Energon universe. And after Robert Kirkman took Optimus Prime's Prime away and made Elita 1 the new Prime, I couldn't get behind that change. So I hope you guys are still enjoying Transformers. It just wasn't for me. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Oh, we have The Fury of Firestorm, issue number 5, which I think I've read. It is now going to be either 7 or 8 issues. I don't think it's an ongoing. But it says, can Ronnie Raymond be saved? Firehawk and Martin Stein arrive in Pittsburgh with a plan to save Ronnie from the Firestorm Matrix, but is he too far gone inside of his own mind to truly be saved? So this book has really been amazing because you have Firestorm, and the Matrix was always designed to have two people inside of Firestorm's head. And somehow Professor Stein got kicked out. And Ronnie Raymond is the only one that is left inside controlling things, but the Matrix has taken over him and gone and done terrible things in smaller cities, and now he's inside Pittsburgh. Here we have writer Jeff Lemire and artist Rafael De La Torre. Colorist is Marcelo Maiolo. And like I said, that is one of the best books that DC is putting out right now. I like Jeff Lemire's stuff mostly. Sometimes he will go on a tangent about melancholy things and like Sweet Tooth and some of his other books. Even Phantom Road and Minor Arcana have both, gone down that path. But this story really brings out what makes the character of Firestorm different than all the other superheroes in the DCU. So that's a really great book, and I'm looking forward to picking it up this week. Alright, what else do we have here? Firestorm, we have Infernal Hulk, we've got Wolverine. Let's see here, we have the continuation of Dork, which I chuckle at that title every time I see it. But this says, Dork finds himself in the dark realms with a bad case of the swamp ass. And by swamp ass, I mean bog monsters. A lot of them. They aim on dragging him and the nice lady on the lake down into the depths with them. Will Dork escape with the help of Chicken and S.H.I.E.L.D., or will the very life of him be drained? So it should still be a one-man show. Yeah, it's Brett Bean and then Frank William and Nate Picos. So that is not Swamp Thing on the cover, although it kind of looks like Swamp Thing, a deranged Swamp Thing. But let's see, what does it say there at the top? It's half dwarf, half orc, and all dork. So you still have this character that may be the savior of the universe, or he might destroy the universe, one or the other. He doesn't know. We don't know which way he's going to go. But you have the headless chicken and you have the shield with the eye that speaks to him that are trying to help him along on this adventure. And so Brett Bean has done an excellent job with this book. Like I said, I saw this book and White Sky come out within a week of each other, and unfortunately I just gave up on White Sky, but Brett Bean brings so much personality to this book that I've just enjoyed the heck out of it, and I'm looking forward to this book this week as well. Alright, let's do a couple more books here. What else do we have? We have Clayface. We have the continuation of Emperor Aquaman. Let's see what's going on here. When gods clash, Aquaman has become so powerful that even the gods have taken notice. Poseidon arrives in Atlantis to humble the lighthouse keeper's son in a fight that will span the stars and wreck the seas. So you still have Jeremy Adams and John Timms on this book, and these guys have done a really, really great job of bringing Aquaman and making him more than just a guy that speaks to the fishes that was in the Super Friends. That was always the joke, is that, you know, hey, Aquaman, you can just hang back. This doesn't have anything to do with ocean or water or anything like that. But to see Poseidon versus Aquaman, yeah, that's probably going to be a big thing. And at times I wish that I hadn't dropped this book at issue 11, but I couldn't find it because it tied into the DCKO event, which I wasn't reading. And at the time I was looking for a few books to drop, so unfortunately this one had to go. But I really think this Emperor Aquaman storyline elevates the character, and I'm great to see Jeremy Adams staying with this character just like he has with the Green Lantern title. Right, what comes up next? We've got a few more to get. Green Lantern Corps coming out. We have I believe it's the penultimate issue of, Nice House by the Sea from Vertigo Comics. It says, everything you knew is wrong. Everything the residents of the Nice House believed has been turned upside down by a shocking revelation. And could there still be a path forward for humanity? It's time for Walter to figure out whose side he's really on. So these covers, the writing is by James Tynion IV. Covers and art are Alvaro Martinez Bueno, and then Jordi Belair rounds out the team to do this book. I really hate that Tynion's got so many books going on at any given time that he just can't keep them monthly. So you get massive gaps in between all of these books. But, you know, that's a pretty nice looking cover there, and I can't wait to see how this book finishes out later in the year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, let's do two more books, guys, and see what else they've got, and then that'll wrap it up for this one, for this week. What else is coming? Anything worth having? Looks like, is this the finale of Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity? Red Goblin returns, and Miles Morales, Gwen, and the other Spider's worst fears are realized as they do desperate battle against Carnage. This isn't the final exam that the students of Spider-Versity studied for. So, you got Jordan Morris as writer with co-writer Joe Kelly. Perez is the artist on this book, and you get the Red Goblin and Carnage back into the mix. Yeah, I don't think they came prepared for that particular character set. So, looks like it'll be an interesting way to finish it off. I only got through the first 2 issues of this particular miniseries before I dropped it, but it was really good, and hopefully Jordan Morris and Joe Kelly can pull off a unique and awesome finale for that miniseries. And let's see if there's one more worth talking about, guys. Well, if my internet will load, there's that. Alright, we have G.I. Joe Real American Hero with issue 331. I'm really starting to think that if Larry Hama makes it, he's going to make it all the way to issue 400. That's going to be crazy. Let's see if there's one more worth reading here. One more worth looking at. Oh, here we go. I actually picked up the actual copy of this book a couple years ago. That was my very first slabbed book. I don't particularly like slabs. I like being able to read them and flip through them and look at them and enjoy them. but this is a facsimile edition of Amazing Spider-Man issue 100. Peter creates a potion that will rid him of his powers, but upon drinking the potion, he finds that he's bitten off more than he can chew, as he's grown 4 extra arms. So you've got this really cool negative space cover. And it says, at last, a great long-awaited 100th anniversary issue of with the wildest shock ending of all time. And we've got different covers here. I'm trying to figure out why, when you do the facsimiles, let's see, what else do we have? That's the main cover that we're clicking on now. Then we have Facsimile Edition 2026, so don't really see anything that much different for that particular cover. Who's this third cover by? Will Robeson variant. It's a 1 in 25 variant. So kind of spoils everything, but at this point you've had roughly about 45 years to read that story. So if this cover spoils it for you, then that's kind of sad on you. All right, and here's the full variant, which you can't really tell any difference from the foil to the regular on the website right there. But anyway, guys, that is a lot of what's coming out that you might want to go read. I have to go back 3 or 4 times this time to get back to the main page. But let's see. There we go. So if you guys, again, I kind of beat this into your head, but if you have not checked out League of Comic Geeks, go there. You can set up a pull list, and then you can actually send it to your comic shop. So you don't have to worry about missing an issue of any book that you might be interested in reading, because they'll already have all the information that they need to make an informed decision about what you're reading, what you're pulling, what you're not pulling. If you drop a book, if you add a book, you don't have to worry about writing it down for them. They'll already have it right there. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this video. I hope that you had a great weekend, and I will catch you next go around. It's probably either going to be a chapter 2 Frank Miller talking about that book, Push the Wall, or it could be a surprise. Let's just wait and see how this goes, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you hadn't already, and I'll see you guys next time.